What is going on, boys? So in this video, hopefully you can tell already, I'm not in my room, not in my bedroom. I am somewhere quite unconventional. I'm in my car and I'm on a 20-minute drive. So I thought, why not? This might be the perfect time for me to record a mindset video, because there's so many topics in regards to mindset that go so hand in hand with what you actually learn in this whole thing, in this entire course, that it's like, I would be doing you a disservice if I did not talk about it. And in this video specifically, I want to touch up on two things. Number one being belief. I know I touched up on this in the original video, but I did not touch up on it enough. So belief is definitely number one. And after that is volume, and I'll explain what volume even means. But on the topic of belief, okay, it's only a weekend, give or take. So chances are, how do I turn this guy off? But number one, when it comes to belief, if you're a weekend, chances are you're probably still like motivated and shit. You're probably still hyped. Hopefully you haven't lost that motivation yet. It's only been a week. Nothing that bad could have happened in a week. But at least for me, and I know this for a fact, it's a lot harder than you expect, bro. Like, I remember there being times where my self-belief was the only thing that kept me going, because genuinely I was actually losing my mind. I was down so much money, so many failed products that I had conviction in, so many things where I thought I was doing right, but turns out I was doing wrong, and everybody around me looks like they're winning, they're making money, and I'm sitting here and I'm just fucking failing. Okay, I'm failing on repeat, nothing's going right, and it's a tough space to be in, bro, especially in the position I was, because I felt like, well, it was like self-induced isolation, you know, but I generally just felt alone. Like, I felt like nobody would technically understand what I was going through, so I just didn't talk to anybody. And being in that position, it's like, it's just not easy. It's not easy. And I don't say any of this to scare you guys. Like, I just want to prepare you, because I know maybe one guy watches this and like hits it crazy and just has like a super simple, straightforward experience. Like, one of my boys, he actually ran up his first store, and his first store is now making him over 100K a month, right? He's making a ton of bread. So there's definitely people out there like that, but for the vast majority of you, that is not going to happen. You are going to go through so many trials, so many tribulations. It's going to take a lot longer than you think. And the only thing that is going to push you far enough to get you to a point where you test enough products to succeed is your fundamental belief. And that is it. That is it. Okay? And if you do not believe that you can actually go out and achieve it, it will not happen. It is that simple. What you put out into the world will come back to you. But if you generally don't believe it, it's not going to work. Now, installing this level of belief, I know I mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again, comes in two different ways, or two primary ways. Number one is belief in yourself, and actually believing that you are the type of person that can go out and achieve what it is you're trying to achieve. And number two is belief in the actual model, the actual boat that is going to take you there, right? So believing that dropshipping works. Because there's going to be times, bro, I'm telling you, there's going to be times. I could show you a screenshot of $2 million in sales. I could show you my bank account. I could show you these numbers, and you still might doubt it. You still might think, fuck, maybe it doesn't work, or maybe it doesn't work for me, right? And there's going to be times where you actually doubt the business model itself, but you can't do that. There's enough proof online for you to understand and for you to see that it works, right? I would not be making these videos if it didn't work. I'm not fucking here telling you with a CTA to buy my course all the time. Yeah, I have a fucking course, but that doesn't matter. That's for me to make money by making you money, right? Just an extra stream of income, because why the fuck not? But why would I go out of my way to post all this shit? Like, I give out so much fucking free value. Like, you know what I mean? Like so much of this, I literally just put out there because I know for a fact that somebody's gonna benefit from me making these videos, because this is like the type of shit that I would have wanted when I was deep in the trenches. But that is more than enough proof for you to understand that it works. It's real. And I know, trust me, I know, hey, you haven't met me online. You haven't seen my physical dashboard and shit, all this, whatever. You might not fully believe. You might still have doubts that the business model might not work, okay? Or maybe everybody's lying or some bullshit, right? But you have to erase those doubts. You have to erase those thoughts. You have to have 100% conviction, 100% belief that it is going to work. And this is also why, if you have that strong of a belief, you do not need a plan B. And this is also why I think plan Bs are fucking retarded. because you do not need a plan B if you have a strong enough belief in the original one. If you like your main girl, your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, if you like her enough and you have enough belief in her being the one for you and you want a monogamous relationship, you don't need fucking side bitches. You don't need to cheat on another bitch, okay? You got your main one right there. The only time you cheat is because you don't want all of her, you want someone else. You want something else, right? And if you have options available, one day you'll get fucking horny and you'll just fuck another bitch, okay? How does it relate to what I'm talking about? Because it's the same thing. If you're doing other things, dropshipping is gonna get hard. The bitch is gonna start arguing, start yelling at you, and you're like, man, fuck this bitch. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go to someone else. I'm gonna go to this girl over here. She's not yelling at me, right? When dropshipping sucks and when dropshipping feels like it's failing and you are magically watching TJR's Bootcamp, you're gonna go to trading, right? If you're working a job or you're in school, you're gonna be like, you know what? This ain't that bad. You know what I mean? I'm not losing my mind at least, even though you are. That's why you started this shit. So please take away your plan B and have enough faith, have enough belief in the business model itself. Now, having belief in yourself to actually make it work. That's another thing entirely, because if you do not believe that you are just that guy, like I have times where like maybe I doubt myself for like a slither of a second, but like I always end up back to the point where I'm like, yo, I fucking done. I fucking done that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'll fucking get it done. And there's never really a time where I deny that. Like unless I'm being like realistic, like yo, I'm just purposely I'm not going to put in the time or the effort to actually go ahead and do this effectively. So I'm just not going to do it. As I was saying, see, I just lost my fucking train of thought completely. It fucking threw me off. These guys are trying to take me to the wrong road and not to figure out how to get here effectively. Now, that's what I was saying. The concept of like, if I want to go do something, I'll just go out and achieve it. I'll go out and do it. Or I'll just accept that, hey, I'm not going to go do this shit and I won't do it. That's another thing. But generally speaking, I have enough faith in myself that I can go do whatever the fuck I set my mind to. And you should have the same thing. Like, you should be able to look at whatever you want to achieve and just see somebody else that does it and be like, yo, you know what? If this guy can do it, I can do it. So I'm fucking better than this guy. This guy's a fucking retard. I mean, look at me. You guys think you're not better than me? You're not. But you can at least think it. It's not gonna hurt. At least thinking that you're better than me, you know, it might fucking help you. So there's no reason for you to not think that you're the best at everything you do, or you will be the best. And the way to become the best is by already acknowledging that you are the best. But the thing is, you can't lie to yourself either. Your brain's not gonna let you lie to yourself. If you're not taking the right steps and actions every single day, it's gonna eat at you alive. The fact that you're saying you're the best and you're not doing the things that are going to make you the best. So if you say it, then it'll happen. How's it going to happen? Because if you continuously say, you're going to do the right steps and actions in order to become that person. Now, that is the concept of belief in a nutshell, okay? And I know I've kind of gone in a little bit in depth to both. But the second part to this is volume, okay? You likely underestimate just how much volume it takes in order to succeed. So many people, it's unbelievable. And I know I can say so many people because I was also one of them, okay? I'll actually say everybody. Nobody really understands what that means until they've lived it and surpassed it, right? Nobody understands that shit. Because you look at that, like someone tells you, if I tell you, yo, you're gonna have to work hard, you'll be like, yeah, I'll fucking work hard. Fuck yeah, I'll fucking work hard. You don't know what the fuck hard work is. You don't know what hard work is. Hard work is like bro, I don't even know what hard work is at the end of the day. Bro, hard work is like fucking the guys in Dubai working on the fountain in 50-degree weather in broad day and the sun's beating. That's fucking hard work. You don't have hard work. You sit at your fucking laptop all day and you still can't fucking do that. But even then, it takes a lot more discipline. I'm not saying it's easy. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of mental strain, and a lot of time, physical time. You lose sleep, all this shit. It takes time to do this shit. And it takes a lot of effort at the end of the day. And you're gonna undermine exactly how much effort it takes until you realize, holy fuck, this is gonna take so much more out of me than I actually expected. And it's much better to go at it with the mindset of expecting this as best as you can. It's still gonna shock you regardless of how much you try to expect it. But the blow will be less and you won't be as discouraged when shit goes left, okay? So understand that it's going to take more and more volume than you know. And in one of the previous videos, I mentioned the dice, okay? The way the dice rolls, there is a factor of luck, okay? There's a factor of luck that is going to determine whether you succeed or not. Now, that factor of luck is not really luck. You can kind of curate your own luck in a way. Not only as your skill set improves, you become better at identifying the different dices and shit and like re-rolling them in a way, like for analogy's sake, but if you roll the dice enough times, eventually you'll get lucky. Eventually, you'll land all sixes. Eventually, you'll make money. Now, the difference is, as your skill set improves, you get more and more lucky because you have to do fewer rolls and you have a higher probability, right? But generally speaking, you could get lucky anytime. That's why it doesn't matter who you really are. Your path to success is going to be different to the guy to the right of you, right? Not everybody's going to succeed on their same product test. Or like, oh, if you test this many products, you're going to succeed. No. If you knew that shit, you just fail as fast as possible. If I told you you need 25 products, if you had to fail 25 products in order to get a winning product, you'd fucking fail as fast as fucking possible, right? But that's just not how it works, right? Like I said, one of my boys, first product he launched, boom, winner, ran it up. He's making some money. It's consistent money. He's making good money, right? For me, it took me 25 products, but who the fuck cares? Who gives a fuck? You both end up at the same outcome. You both end up making more money than a fucking job and not having to work a job. You don't have to fucking go down this little matrix route. You end up at least going the direction that you want. Now, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. And what comes behind that is volume. Volume is what is going to negate the actual luck. If you just keep going long enough, for a long enough period of time, you forget about just how long it's going to take and you just keep moving forward and you keep going, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Eventually, you'll succeed. Like one way or another, it's bound to happen. You genuinely have to be trolling. Like you have to be, like you just not even trying or implementing anything, or just have a sub room temperature IQ to never succeed with ecom. Sure, if you're smarter, you're gonna succeed faster. I was pretty retarded, it took me a little bit. But even then, I would consider myself a lot smarter than most people, right? And I made some stupid mistakes. I easily tell you those mistakes that I made. You could avoid them, boom, would save thousands of dollars, tons of tests, hours of your time, days, weeks, whatever. Now, it's the same concept, right? You continue to apply more and more volume, and then once you realize, holy shit, I'm putting in a lot of volume, but it's still not clicking, you need to put even more, okay? And then after that, once you realize, holy shit, I'm putting even more volume, and it's still not fucking working, how much more volume do I have to put in? You put in a little bit more, and you keep putting in a little bit more until eventually it fucking clicks. So if there's one thing you get out of this video, I don't want to go on too long of a tangent further than this, because these are my main 2 points for this video, is that if you can add both of those 2 points together and actually apply them into your day-to-day life, belief and volume. Well, technically there's 2 things for belief, but let's say those 3 things. Belief in yourself, belief in your business model, and putting in volume. And one thing I'll add into the top, I don't mean to bring religion into this, but if you are religious, finding God and accepting God, that's the topic for another video. A whole video I could dedicate to that. That's also your missing piece. Like, whether you're religious or not, I don't mean to put religion onto you, but if you are religious, getting closer to God will get you closer to success so fast, so much faster. So those 4 things, I'll say, those 4 things will genuinely be the only mindset shift that you need in order to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. And same way how it's gotten me to the point I'm at, it'll continue to push me forward and continue to get me to the point where I want to be. So yeah, bro, I'm gonna end the video there. There's a fire truck to the left of me. You're gonna see it. Wheel, wheel, wheel. Oh my God. Yo, there's actually bear police and shit. What the fuck's going on? Who died? Okay.